just begun, and it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a moment, yeah. The now has just begun. The now has just begun, and it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a moment. Yeah. Wagwan, everybody's in Watu. It's your brother from another motherland, Mr. Mikel. The energy, the world changer, here and present for another conversation called Too High to Go Hell. Too High to Go Hell, spiritual health with Mikel, is a conversation on spiritual health. We want to talk about how we can become spiritually healthy in this new age. We are in a new age right now. You look like my hair. I don't know what I did today. I was wrapping my hair and, I don't know what happened, but I feel like I just invented a whole new swag. But watch this. Watch this. I want to show you like the ingenuity of this technology you're seeing right now. See how it holds itself together through rolls, yeah? And then you roll it out and it becomes nice and loose. You see what I'm saying? It just sits. Oh, that's funny. This is nice, man. I like it. Red is my color. You know what I'm saying? I like me some red. You know what I'm saying? Wow, it's proper nice and tight. Don't ask me how I did it. I swear to God, I don't know. I don't like repetition. So, what was I saying? So yeah, this is a spiritual health conversation, man. We're here to talk about the power, importance of spiritual health. Yeah? This live is led by the oath. Heaven is my right and heaven is my responsibility. This live is led by that oath. That is the world changer's oath. You not hear me call myself a world changer all the time. You can see it right there. That's the logo, the trademark, the tattoo. All of this whole thing right here is my oath to my life. Yes? This symbol, world changer, is the oath that I've taken on my life to ensure that anything I wish to create and experience in this world, I must represent it entirely first. Yes? That's where that oath comes from. Heaven is my right and heaven is my responsibility. That's what world changer means. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what world changer means. It means that you are recognizing that you are one of currently 7.5 billion people on the earth, all given the same human and divine faculties as you. So, if you are one of the 7.5 billion, then it is your due. Like, who's more important? Who's more important? If you are one in a sea of 7.5 billion, yes, then who is more important? You feel me? Who now needs to, it becomes a thing like this. if you, whatever you wish the all to be, you have to become. Whatever you wish the other 7.5 billion to be, you have to become. Because by becoming, you are now sitting in the energy that other people can view, learn from, experience, know is real, know is tangible. Does that make sense? But if you are sitting there waiting on someone else to change, oh no, you change first, then I'll change. Oh no, she's got to apologize, then I'll change. No, I want them to come and give me reparations, then I'll change. Does that make sense? Then I'll be empowered. I'll feel love when he does this. I feel love when she does this. I feel happy when I get that. I feel healthy when No. It's about putting it all on you. When I'm saying the word world changer, when I'm speaking those words, world changer life, that's what I'm representing. I'm saying that I stand in all of me is a true representation of the world that I want to see. Does that make sense? By calling myself a world changer, I am saying that everything that you see from me is what I expect the world to give me back. Everything. That's what I'm saying as a world changer. Everything that you see from me, anything that you hear me say, anything that you see me do, any energy you get from me, I am saying that is 100% the world I wish to live in. Does that make sense? Heaven is my right. Therefore, heaven is my responsibility. Those are two. Everyone in this day and age wants to talk about rights. Everyone's coming up and talking about their rights. Rights to work, rights to vote, rights to practice whatever lifestyle, rights to choose their sexuality, right to choose blah blah blah. Everyone is talking about rights today. And rightly so. But we must not forget, we must not forget that as you talk about rights, you also have to talk about your responsibility to those rights. They go hand in hand. That's the relationship. Does that make sense? As a man, I have a right to have a woman. I do. However, I have a responsibility to the woman that I am with. Does that make sense? It's as simple as that. That's the equation that we need to start putting in the framework, in the box. That's the equation. Does that make sense? Everyone can talk about their rights. It's fine. You deserve your rights. You do deserve to love anyone you choose. You do deserve to travel anywhere you choose. You do deserve to eat and own the land that you are indigenously from. Are you ready to take the responsibility of that right? What do I mean by responsibilities? All the things that come from having that right. Yes? All the things that come, the plus and the minus, because you can't get away from it. I don't care what life you're choosing, you're going to experience positive and negative. Okay? But are you ready? As the responsible one, you are saying, I am here for all of the energy that comes from me having this right. Yes, all of the challenges, all of the thrills, right? And all of the tests within having that right. That's what I'm saying. Choose wisely who you want to be. Choose wisely and be very specific and simple about who you want to be. Okay? You have rights. And those rights have given you responsibility. If you do not take responsibility, yes, you lose the right. You see? If you do not take responsibility, you lose the right. You lose the right. So the question of today is, family, not, oi, give me my rights, 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 give me my rights. That's not the question. It's take responsibility first for your rights, and all your rights will be manifested for you. Does that make sense? Take responsibility, and then you will have the right. You feel me? Take responsibility, and then you will have the right. Nature says so. It's easy. Take responsibility, and then you have the right. Plant a seed, yes, water the seed, nurture the seed, protect the seed, guide the seed, then you will have the right to eat fruit. Not because someone magically made fruit come, but because you took responsibility for the growth of a seed, so now you are given the rights to eat fruit, to eat food. It's very simple. Look after your calves, and they will produce cows and more calves. Look after your children, and they will create the world, your heaven. You see what I'm saying? You see? Heaven is in the children because in them you get an opportunity to design the world that you wish to live in. But we ain't taking the full responsibilities for our children. Our children. And I say our, I have got no biological children, but they are our children. You think I'm waiting till I have a child to be concerned about what children learn and shit? So then maybe in the next 5 years I have my child and they got to meet all the messed up stuff that I didn't deal with before my child came into the world. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This individualistic thinking is what is killing us. It's what is killing us. So today, think about your right. This is what I mean. When I call myself a world changer, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. Heaven is my right. Therefore, heaven is my responsibility. That's how you change the world. Change your entire self. Don't complain. Just do me a favor. This is like a spiritual health. This is like a spiritual health activity. Yeah? Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna give you like a dope spiritual health activity right now that you can, and this is like a great practice. Yeah? So, whenever you're ready to criticize someone, yes, whenever you're ready to criticize the world or issue in the world or what someone else who seems like they're more powerful than you should be doing, or what music someone should be creating, or what this person should be doing for their child, before you do, as you're about to do that, because cool, you've seen the external problem, all right, but before you extend that issue and put it in someone else's ear, like don't chew the food and tell someone else to nourish it. Does that make sense? See what you've seen before you spew it out to someone else. Ask yourself, what am I doing about that? Before you tell someone else, oh man, if it wasn't for the government, oh, they always want us to, yeah, we got to get from this day. They always, yeah, you see, they always do that to us. Yeah, and they always, what about you? What are you always not doing? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking about. What are you always not doing? What are you doing? And that's what it means when I say heaven is my right. Heaven is my responsibility. So, I want to do, let's do some questions. Let's do some question time. Question time. It's the question time. You're just in time. Hey, where the question time? Make up the question time. You just. What I'm saying? I'm dealing with someone who's very problematic in the workplace. And you gotta put a question. What do you mean? It's very hard for me to answer a personal question like that because everything, like this, the whole scenario matters, you know? Like how you see that person matters, what it is that they trigger in you for starters, why you, like the circumstances of your workplace, like, you know, whether you have to be around them or you don't have to be around them. That's like, there's a lot of factors, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to just give you some bog standard answer like, find peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just say, find peace, soldier of the odds. You know what I'm saying? Find peace. You know what I'm saying? Because that's true, but there's practical things that you can do to help with that. Does that make sense? You know? So it's very hard unless I'm talking to you directly. Unless I'm talking to you directly, I won't be able to, I don't think I can answer that efficiently. First, before what did you have ready in place before you moved to Kenya? Like, did you work for a while to save a certain amount of money? I think you know the answer. No, I'm joking. No, the answer is no. I had nothing in place. Like literally nothing. Absolutely nothing other than the will to go, I can move. You know what I'm saying? Like I sat there and I was like, I added up what I do in London, like my day-to-day. I'm like, but that could be anywhere. Why don't I just live here? Then I thought about it. I was like, yes, that's yes. Because I had to think about, where do I actually want to be in life? You know what I said? And I was like, yeah, I want to be here. That's it. So no, that was it. There was nothing. Dealing with difficult people. Fine. Dealing with difficult people. Do you know what, yeah? You have to change the way you see difficult people. Watch this. You know like this, yeah? You know like when two babies, you know like when you see children and two babies are arguing and stuff like that, and you're looking at it as from an adult, you're like, listen, all you lot need to do is cut the cake in half. You get what I'm saying? Or all you need to do is you play with that one and you play with that one. Does that make sense? That's like how you're looking at the situation as an adult to a child. You get what I'm saying? Or you have it for 1 minute and you have it for 2 minutes. You can do that as an adult to a child. Well, difficult people are the same thing. In that moment, yeah, in that moment, the two children was like, you're the biggest prick in my life right now. The other child. You know what I'm saying? You're the biggest, like, annoyance. You're the biggest. Do you get what I'm saying? So, instead of seeing the person in front of you as the challenge, try to understand, and this is what I'm saying, that oath is very important. Heaven is my right, heaven is my responsibility. It's how, because it's now, in this challenging moment, you're like, how do I find my peace again? Even if I'm dealing with someone who's abusing me, like, how do I deal with this in peace? You feel what I'm saying? That has to be your first instinct. How do I deal with this in peace? That has to be you have to train that instinct in yourself. The problem is not the other person. The problem is how you see the other person. Like, honestly. And it's the problem is in your capacity to not be able to deal. Like, don't get twisted. Some people annoy the hell out of me. Sometimes they ain't even done nothing. They just, you know what I'm saying? However, I don't make it their fault for annoying me. Does that make sense? It's me. I look at myself. I'm like, why does this person annoy me? And where can I go in myself to find peace in dealing with these people? Because family, you're going to deal with challenges for the rest of your life. And it's going to come in the form of people, places, things, situations, all kind of things. So the idea is not to get rid of challenges. It's to change your relationship with challenges. Does that make sense? Like, understanding that difficult people are only difficult so that you can master a certain level of your spirituality. When kids learn how to share or learn how to coexist and relate with each other outside of selfishness, outside of survival desires, that's a new level of their spirituality that's available to them. Does that make sense? You as an adult, because you think you're 30 or 30, 40, whatever, you think you've stopped growing. You think there's no more spiritual levels for you to reach. You think because you got a husband, you've reached the spiritual pinnacle. You think because, you know, you own some businesses. No, you haven't. There's levels. And just like when you were a child, you needed to learn basic things. There's new levels. For every chakra in your body, there's a level of consciousness that you are supposed to be operating at. I'll say that again. For every chakra in your body, there is an equal layer of consciousness that you are supposed to be operating at on that particular chakra level. You know? So, yeah. That workplace. First of all, and let me know, I'm not getting at you, man, because I really don't want it ever seem like I'm telling people what to do. But I'm just saying, like, another thing to think about is, and I don't know you, but this is a great example, is like, sometimes the problem isn't that person. Like, the problem might be way deeper, like, that's just not the job you're supposed to be in. And now that person is representing how difficult you living the lie of working in that environment is. Do you get what I'm saying? Because what I do know is, whenever we are being called to elevate spiritually, yes, life around us becomes very turbulent, tumultuous, and everything starts shaking. Do you get what I'm saying? So we're like, my life is going crazy, but you're not. Your life is trying to enter into a new paradigm, and it needs you to let go of the things of the old world, of your old world. And please understand, when I say world, I mean this vessel. This is all your world. Your whole world is this vessel. You have nothing else. Does that make sense? So, that's real. Your whole world is that vessel. Yeah. So, I'm not speaking to you specifically, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I start to read my challenges. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, whatever challenge I'm having, I start to look at it. The other person only becomes a symbol of the energy that I'm operating in. So I don't even look at them as the problem anymore. I look at myself and I'm like, hold on, what's wrong with me? Or what's this person? What? It's a symbol, you know. Like if you get punched in your side, yeah. If you get punched in your side, yeah, your body is going to signal pain in that area. Does that make sense? Your body's gonna bruise in that area. And this arm could be good, your head could be good, everything could be good. But this area itself is symbolizing that there is pain and healing needs to take place. So please give us some attention, because this part of your body is not in alignment and it needs to get back in alignment. Your body always, right, is trying to get back in alignment. That's it. So if you've got an issue in this area, use her as the pictorial energy to identifying your own issues. It's a new game. You understand? This life is about you. Your life is about you, and what you say is possible. What you say is the world is capable of. This life is about you, and so that responsibility lies on you. Anyone causing friction, like the person in your comments who's abusing you or chatting shit, blah blah blah, can't get a job, or always losing money, or relationships are going a particular way, whatever it is, even when it's good, not just when it's bad. And this, don't ever get me twisted as well. You need to take this energy up in both parts of your life, especially when it's good, because again, when it's good, it's communicating to you the path that you're walking on is correct for you. Does that make sense? When it's bad, it's symbolizing ways in which you need to grow to get you to your destination. Yes, it's no different from a car. You know, when a light flashes on your dashboard and it's telling you, yo my G, you're okay now, but just know the blink is letting you know oil is low. And you're like, it's okay, I still got petrol. You on the motorway and shit, you know what I'm saying? You go drive up to Scotland from London, you know what I'm saying? Your oil light is flashing. You're like, man, that oil costs £24. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You keep driving, bruh, on your way back from Scotland, you get stuck in North Cumbria somewhere in the middle of goats and sheep, and you can't even put petrol, you can't even remedy the thing, because when your oil thing goes, your car's finished. You get what I'm saying? So, I digress, but what I mean is that's the level of attention we need to give ourselves and the energy in our lives. It's not about other people. Other people are they're just reflections of you and what you've decided to create. This is a hard pill to swallow. This is two things. I'm gonna say something. It's a hard pill to swallow, but there's also like I guess what do you call it? An olive branch. One, everything that happens to you in your life is a direct correlation, right, to your vibration. All of it. Yes, all of it. I know. Yes. Don't cuss me. Yes. Yes. I know. Don't cuss me. All of it. Okay? Now, here is the olive branch in that situation. Yes? The olive branch is this. It wasn't, what you are vibrating is not coming from your singular life alone. Yeah? Does that make sense? So you hear me say that statement, you'd be like, oh, but I didn't deserve to get abused. I didn't deserve this when I was a child. I didn't deserve to get da-da-da-da-da. I didn't deserve to be treated like that because I'm black or because I'm a girl. I didn't deserve that. No, you didn't. But you're only looking at it from the perspective of your single life right now. Like, you're thinking of it of me. I'm Mikel and I've been 30 years on this earth. I haven't done nothing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah? Your life is a continuation, yes, of many lives. Of many lives. Does that make sense? This is why what a man does with like in his relation with a man's genitals carries the information of his family. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what he puts inside of the woman. Yes? The energy, the DNA, the information, yes, that is going to now extract that information and carry it on in a particular way. It's just science. What I'm saying is science. You have to start understanding spirituality and science are brethren, yeah? So, your life now is just a continuation of the many lives that are connected to you genetically and beyond. Yes? So, we come here as a clean slate, but not a new slate. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one. That is a good one. Yo, I like that. That's funny. We come here as a clean slate, but not as a new slate. You know what I'm saying? They wipe that shit. All right, we gonna try again. You know what I'm saying? This one, he didn't listen. He did not listen. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, as I was saying, Mikel, 1980. That's funny. That's hilarious. But yes, so unfortunately, those are some of the things that we have to come to terms with and accept. It just, you know, like, you know when it rains and you're upset, but then you know the rain's not stopping, so you just walk in it. You know what I'm saying? It's raining. It's just raining. You know what I'm saying? You continue your life. That's how we need to accept some of the things in our lives. Look, we have been sent here to heal all of our ancestors, right? From the generational curses that we have suffered. We are here to do that. And we are the generation that can entirely heal our ancestry. Literally. And I don't say that with any jest. I don't say that with any lightness or ha ha ha, or like, I don't say it like take it as literally as I'm saying it. Yes, all people, black, white, Asian, and all other persuasions, yes, this is the time where we get to heal the history of the previous world. It doesn't exist, it's gone. We now have to spend our time healing from that world. How do we heal? You do not heal by living in fear of that world. You do not heal by constantly bashing other people who are connected to the injuries and the traumas that you have suffered from that world. That's not how you heal. That's not how you heal. You don't heal by stabbing up the wound. Does that make sense? Okay? So, healing has to take place by your entire energy operation being focused on the shift. Focused on being and living and existing in the new. I told you, we are here. We are back. There's no fighting to be done. There's no fighting to be done. There's no fighting to be done. It's now for you, you know, to get used to this new air. It's like breathing underwater, you know, and we need to learn how to swim. There's a spirit there's a new spirit in the world. There's a new energy in the world, and we need to learn how to navigate it. And it's not about, imagine trying to learn how to drive whilst playing bumper cars, you know what I'm saying, with your friend. Anyone who's learning how to drive doesn't have road rage. You know what I'm saying? You trying to focus on keeping it cool. You ain't doing road rage in the driving test, the hell? You will fail. You get what I'm saying? So that's not what it's about. The healing takes place within your daily patterns of your life. Daily. Like even when you're by yourself and you're doing Netflix, the healing should be right there as well. The healing takes place in what you decide to watch on Netflix, who you decide to sit and watch Netflix with. This is where all the healing takes place. This is where all the consideration and responsibility needs to take place. You see what I'm saying? We now live in a world where we can do whatever we want. Like we can do whatever we want. Like we can literally do whatever we want. Yeah? Now, you got to decide who you want to be. You can't be everyone. You can't be everyone. You can't please everyone. So allow it. That's a quote. Yeah, that's funny. You can't be everyone. You can't please everyone. So allow it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Just decide who you want to be. Who are you? Who are you? You know, the other day I got so emotional, you know, when I was meditating. I had a message that was like, never, it's not where you are, but who you are. Yeah? And the message was relating to the fact that you should never allow anybody or any irritation, yes, positive or negative irritation to move you from who you are. Does that make sense? Move you from who you are, what you are. Yes? Start to study your names. Your names are very powerful. You know, it's an indication, especially, you know, both your first and your last name, especially if your last name is a indigenous one, you know, then these things are indicators of who you are. You see what I'm saying? Start to study who you are and never allow anybody, anyone, I don't care if it's a mosquito, yeah, a girl trying to have sex, a guy trying to kill you, like a shopkeeper, like it doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter what it is, you know, none of those things should have the power to move you from who you are. You see what I'm saying? And so that's a daily practice that you have to try and do. First, understand who you are, and then understand what that means you have to be in every single situation. There's layers to who we are, but at the core of all of us is peace. 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 Formless and void. No thrills, no pain. No pleasure, no pain, just peace. You see, that's what we are. We are peace. We are peace. We are peace, and we use peace to channel the energy of life. God energy. That's what we use. And then we use all of our emotions to act as wands to bring the energy to us that we want. Yeah. Questions? Hey, it's the question time. You're just in time for the question time. Yo, this head wrap here, I don't even know how it came to be, but I'm liking it. It's like a whole piece of new technology for me. Oh no, watch this. See how, look, we just make it nice and tight. That shit. Yo, that's crazy. Just in time. You're just in time for the question time. Big up the question time. You're just in time. Bullet. It's the question time. Like bullet. questions coming in. Any thoughts on Western astrology? There's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like all of these things, like everything, do you know what it is? Everything is a medium to something else. Do you get what I'm saying? Everything is a medium to something else, but it's just about your medium. You can use Western astrology. It's about how you apply wisdom to things. It's like, you know, how do people walk outside and know that this plant is for my stomach, this plant is for my liver, this plant will help with my blindness? How do we know? It's about how you apply wisdom. Wisdom is nothing to do with that thing, but how far you can reach energetically to pull understanding from. It's not, and then anything you look at can take you where you need to go. It's like when people see there's the seers and they get this you know, they throw bones on the floor and they're coins and other things, and you just think, yo, this is madness. It's not the coins. The coins is just a medium. It's like the Midas touch, if you will. You're using that as the thing to channel. Does that make sense? It's the energy curation that you need to, it's almost like an access point. Does that make sense? Like keys. Like imagine I gave you a key and I said you can unlock any door. That's gonna be, this insignificant thing can open houses to you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what you're looking at when you see these people throw this stuff down. It's a medium. So it's more about your wisdom and how you apply it in terms of Western astrology. There's 100%, there's truth in there, and you can definitely derive life-changing things from Western astrology. I definitely did. I read a book at like 16 called Mars and Venus in the Bedroom. Yo, big up my mum. My mum used to put me on some next books, bro. Mars and Venus in the Bedroom. That was a powerful book. I read some other astrology books. So yes, it's powerful. But what it does for you is going to be different to what it does for someone else. It's all based on your wisdom and how you've used that thing as a channel. Yeah? Dope. Can a woman wait for a man to heal himself as she heals herself? Huh? Can a woman wait for a man? I'm acting out your question because can a woman wait for a man to heal himself as she heals herself? If you're healing yourself, you're not waiting. Are you waiting? Huh? What do you mean? You're not waiting. I'm trying to understand. But alright, watch this. I'll give you the real quick answer though. Don't wait. You're not supposed to wait because it's not about the other person. What you're supposed to do, if you're relating with a man and you truly love him, you truly want to be the wife to him, you know, tell him. Tell him what you want. Tell him who you are. Tell him what you represent. Tell him what you're about, and let him make a decision. And then be okay with, like, be real. You have to get to a point. This is painful. Painful. Very hard. Very hard. But it's true. You have to get to a point where you've set your standards for yourself. If you know he needs healing, let him heal. Help him heal. You understand? Don't get in the way of his healing. If you know you need to be healed, yes, and we all do, heal yourself. Prioritize your healing. Does that make sense? Help him help you heal if he's willing. This is where good relationships come. You can help him heal. Yes, he can help you heal. But you can't do that unless you are down to be real with yourself. Unless you're down to relate in absolute truth. If you're not down to relate in absolute truth, they can't do nothing but hurt you. Does that make sense? They can't, because you're not coming to relationships with truth. So that means when challenges come, what are you standing on? Does that make sense? Tell the man who you are, what you represent. If he can't, a man is designed to carry a woman. So A woman knowing herself is very important, because a man is designed to carry a woman. You see what I'm saying? And you will know if he's ready to carry you by the way he relates with you. It's very simple. By the way he relates with you, you will know if he's ready to carry you. Does that make sense? A woman surrounds her energy around a man. She totally wraps her energy in his life. So a woman doing that to a man who's not ready to carry her is going to end up truly hurting herself. And so the responsibility of the man comes on his understanding of the importance, yes, of his mission, of his direction. He has to put God's will first. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because then he's not going to be able to afford to get with a woman that's going to hold him down or hold him back. He's not even going to allow it to happen. Does that make sense? Because God's mission is so important for him. His responsibilities are more vital than anything else. That any woman, not just any woman, but any person he relates with, but we're talking about a woman, he's going to take extra care that they are aligned with that mission. And that is when a woman can feel secure to submit to that power and force of a man. Not power and force in fear, power and force in love. Because the power and force we're getting in our relationships yesterday, it's not today, today's a new day. But yesterday, those relationships were abuse. The power and force was abuse. The power and force was, all levels of abuse. But no, when power and force is put towards love, we're talking about God. We're talking about new worlds. We're talking about nation building. That's the kind of man a woman can feel safe wrapping her entire energy around. Does that make sense? Yeah? I characterize it like this. A man is like a horse. A woman is like a carriage. Yeah? Listen, a man is a horse. A woman is the carriage. They are both separate things without each other. But together, yes, they take on their greatest purpose. All right? The horse is the power. Let me talk about the carriage actually. The carriage, right, sets the destination. Yes? The horse, yes, is the might and power and force to reaching that destination efficiently, yes, and promptly, and comfortably, and securely. That's what the horse does. The carriage uses the energy of the horse to curate its movement. Does that make sense? The horse is going, the carriage is not pushing. The carriage is going left, going right, going slow down, speed up, faster. Do you understand? The carriage has a more holistic perspective of where we are, potential dangers, threats, opportunities. Okay? They're like, let me make sure. Bridge coming up. Slow down. Hold on. Let's stop for some food. Let me give you some water. Yes? The horse is All the horse is thinking about is using all its might and power to get to that destination. And the carriage guides and curates that. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, it is because of the nature of the horse, it is the carriage's duty to ensure the horse is well fed, groomed, looked after, nurtured, loved, so that the horse can get to its destination. If that is the attitude of the carriage, yes, then the carriage might wish to pick up people on the way. Yes, we're talking about polygamy. It is not the horse's decision to pick up people along the path. It is the carriage's decision. The carriage will know if there is room. The carriage will know if it is beneficial. The carriage will know if the horse can manage based on the journey thus far. You get what I'm saying? And that being the case, but a good steed, a well looked after horse, yes, can carry many people. Therefore, making the destination even more delightful, more communal, more joyous. Yes? Okay? You following me? Men are horses, women are carriages. Now you know why that is a tradition of weddings. And you can apply it to anything else. Driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? This is why, men drive the car, women sit in the back saying, oh, let's stop, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some fuel. Oh, did you fill up the tank? You know what I'm saying? Is there oil? Did you check the oil, Gary? Gary, did you check the oil? You know what I'm saying? This is it, okay? Now, I'm going to touch on one last touchy thing. Yes? There's a certain point, right? Based on the relationship you have with the horse, you have to submit. Oh, end life. Okay, listen. There's a certain part of the journey where you have to submit to the horse doing its job. Doing its job. Okay? Because its job is to carry you. Once you know a horse knows that, you can submit to the role of that horse. I'm getting the countdown right now. Sorry, Benny, you had a question, but this one took me into the end. So we'll answer that another time. But guys, Village Link Up this December in Kenya. We have 4 spaces left on the international experience in Kenya. Village Link Up. It's going to be nothing spiritual health, like communal experiences, dope events, and just an enlightening and loving time. DM me if you want one-on-one spiritual health coaching. I'm available and I'm taking on new clients. DM me and let's help you get on your path to understanding your heaven and your responsibility in it. Peace in, love out. Hey!